Just a reminder that all proceeds from our channel are donated to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up, commenting, or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference. As you're probably aware, we just returned from Viking's Grand European Tour, where we sailed from Budapest to Amsterdam in May of 2024. Before we left, some of our followers wanted to know, what should we wear on a Viking River Cruise? Now, we didn't photograph everyone on board, but now that we're back, we have a very good idea of what to tell you, along with some tips. Now, what we tell you may surprise you, so let's get to it. In this video, we'll walk you through the best things to do before you start packing, the power of layering, and the importance of modest style. We'll also share some key security tips, our top suggestions for footwear, and what to wear on board. Next, we'll cover dressing for special events like evening concerts in Vienna, offer packing tips, highlight some of the best shopping ports we visited, and show you how to be inspired by fellow passengers. First things first, always check the weather before packing. We love using websites like AccuWeather because it gives you not just the current forecast, but also average temperatures and rainfall for your destination. This is especially helpful if you're heading to places at slightly higher elevations like Rothenburg, Ubd, or Tauber, where we ended up buying extra layers to stay warm. Also, think about the nature of your excursions. If you're going underground, like we did on the Surviving Art in Nuremberg tour, those cellars can get pretty chilly. The same goes for winery visits where the temperature is cooler in the wine cellars. So trust us, a little planning goes a long way. It may sound cliche, but layering is key. On many Viking River cruises, the weather can shift quickly. You might have warm, sunny days, but things can cool off fast if it rains or when you're indoors. And don't forget, it can get chilly on board, especially out on deck in the evenings or during scenic sailing. On our Grand European Tour, we started with a t-shirt, added a light fleece, and topped it off with a jacket. For rainy days, a breathable cycling or running jacket works wonders. They are lightweight, ventilated, and perfect for excursions. Or if one of these jackets isn't for you, a traditional raincoat with a hood is perfect as well. For colder days, we suggest a light puffer jacket because they compress well into not only your luggage for travel, but also into a day bag for touring. Ladies, don't forget your scarves. They add a nice pop of color to your outfit and keep you warm if the temperature drops. Plus, they're incredibly useful when visiting churches or mosques where modest clothing or head coverings might be required. In our experience, wearing a simple hat has been acceptable as a head covering, but we always carry a scarf in our bag just in case. It's lightweight and easy to throw on. When it comes to modest dress codes, both men and women should be mindful. Women will often need to cover their shoulders and knees, while men should wear long pants and avoid sleeveless shirts. Having a scarf, shawl, or shirt with sleeves handy makes it easy to adjust your outfit to meet local customs and requirements. Some sacred sites have coverings for you to borrow, but personally, we don't like to rely on that option. Viking usually reminds you if modest dress is required for an excursion, so be sure to review the descriptions before you pack. Speaking of being prepared, let's talk about staying safe. We always recommend anti-theft bags like the Travelon Classic Messenger Crossbody with slash-resistant straps, locking zippers, and RFID protection. It has great storage, and the water bottle pockets are perfect for maps or even umbrellas. We also use phone tethers and wallet chains for extra peace of mind when we visit places where pickpocketing is a big problem, like Rome, Barcelona, and Athens, just to name a few. All right, let's talk shoes. For daytime excursions, grippy shoes are a must. You'll be walking on cobblestones, slippery marble stairs in old churches, and uneven terrain. Most passengers we saw wore sneakers or hiking shoes. Personally, we always bring 2 pairs of sneakers so one can dry after we get stuck in rain, while we use the other the next day. If you're on a Christmas cruise, consider waterproof boots for rain or snow. On board, we stick to lightweight shoes, Cole Haan for him, and Ilse Jacobsen flats for me, and for a dressier night, a pair of ballet flats or loafers work perfectly. None of these add a lot of weight to your luggage or take up much space. But we always wear our most bulky and comfortable shoes on the plane to maximize space and weight in our bags. We don't wear sandals often, but plenty of women wore them in the evenings. Occasionally, we'd spot a man wearing sandals like Birkenstocks or even closed-toe active shoes like Keens, though this was pretty rare. Now here's the thing. On board, it's casual. No need to bring fancy dresses or suits. On our cruise, we saw people in jeans, slacks, even shorts. You might see the occasional sport coat, but ties were super rare. We made a point to check out the dining room every night, and honestly, no one dressed sloppily, but it was definitely laid back. We did see a difference from Viking Ocean cruises where passengers were turned away for jeans or shorts. That said, there are some occasions where you'll want to step it up a notch. If you sign up for a concert in Vienna, you don't need to go all out, but dressing a little nicer can make the evening more special. We found that a smart top for women and a button-down shirt, maybe a jacket for men, was just fine. Nothing too formal, but nicer than what you'd wear to dinner on board. Tourist venues for performances are not as formal as some of the traditional locations. We scheduled our own Vienna evening concert in a church, and we kept it low-key and comfortable. In the past, we went to an evening concert excursion in Vienna during the Christmas markets, and that too was surprisingly casual. Also, keep in mind that certain shore excursions, like visits to churches or mosques, require more conservative attire. Cover your shoulders and knees, and for mosques, ladies may need a head covering, but we've already mentioned that. Now, when it comes to packing, don't overdo it. Viking staterooms don't have a ton of storage space, so make sure you pack smart. We love using compression packing cubes or compression bags, especially for bulky items like jackets. We also brought laundry sheets to wash a few things in the sink and used magnetic hooks to hang clothes to dry. Viking does offer laundry service for a fee if you prefer. Another tip that we have for longer cruises like this, where laundry facilities aren't available and it costs money just to have something ironed, is to travel with Downy wrinkle release spray. There are full-size and travel-size options available. Now, you probably know that we travel with compression bags, and things sometimes can get a little wrinkly in them. So here's how well Downy wrinkle release spray works. These are cotton dress shirts. Downy wrinkle release won't work miracles, so we always suggest that you iron things before packing and then freshen them up with the Downy spray. Plus, it smells great too. We suggest attaching a pants hanger to the bottom of the garment as it dries. This will help keep the fabric stretched out and wrinkle-free while it dries. And don't forget to leave room for souvenirs. Can you buy things at your destination? Of course! We had great shopping experiences in cities like Budapest, Vienna, Regensburg, Koblenz, and Cologne. When we visited the Christmas markets in the past, Vienna was one of the best, but be aware your time might be limited. When one of us needed to replace sunglasses in Melk, Austria, we had to rush through town and climb about 10 flights of stairs. So plan ahead if you know you'll need something, and look around during your tour for the shops you may want or need to visit. Another great resource for shopping locations is the crew. Most of them have been to the ports many times and are a wealth of information. You can get inspired by simply observing what other passengers are wearing on a Viking River cruise. It's a great way to get ideas for practical yet stylish outfits that fit the vibe of the trip. We have a few suggestions to help with that. The first is to check out what passengers are wearing in Viking Cruises ads, which often reflect the real-life style of people on board. Another great resource is the lesser-known hashtag #MyVikingStory, which showcases photos of actual passengers on their voyages. You can find it on Viking's website and social media. On Viking's website, just search for My Viking Story, and you'll see options for river cruises, ocean cruises, and expedition cruises. We prefer using the map option to narrow down our search for My Viking Story photos, as it's more likely to show results specific to our cruise. On social media, searching hashtag #MyVikingStory along with a specific city, like Vienna, might yield more location-specific results. And don't forget to join online communities like Cruise Critic or Facebook groups, where you can find tons of helpful information and ask questions if you're ever unsure about anything. We hope you found our guide on how to dress for a Viking River cruise helpful and feel ready to pack with confidence. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll include links to many of the items featured in this video in the notes below. By using our affiliate links, you help us earn small commissions that go directly to charity. If you're interested in any of the products we shared, we'd appreciate your support. If you have any questions or tips to share, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen, and we hope you're enjoying our review of the Viking Mimir on the Grand European Tour. And we'll see you next time.